Hey, family of faith. Wanted to talk to you before I started work. Last Thursday, when I decided how I was going to fast, what I was going to do, in terms of what I was going to skip the meal or whatever. I believe that I got led in a different direction. I got a little bit more information that I need to share with you as a church. I'm going to go to Isaiah, the 58th chapter. I'm going to read. I'm going to try to make this short. This isn't our regular teaching, but something that has to do with fasting and directed particularly for members that are members of Family of Faith Church, because we have declared this year the year of fasting and the year of prayer. So let me read something to you. I'm going to read the whole 58th chapter out of the Message version, okay? It says, shout a full-throated shout, hold nothing back, a trumpet blast, shout, tell my people what's wrong with their lives, face my family Jacob with their sins. They're busy, busy, busy at worship and love studying about me. To all appearances, they're a nation of right living people, law-abiding, God-honoring. They ask me, what's the right thing to do? And love having me on their side. But they also complain, why do we fast and you don't look our way? Why do we humble ourselves and you don't even notice? Well, here's why. The bottom line on your fast days is profit. You drive your employees much too hard. You fast, but at the same time you bicker and fight. You fast, but you swing a mean fist. The kind of fasting you don't get your prayers, with that kind of fasting, you don't get your prayers off the ground. Do you think this is the kind of fast that I'm after? A day to show off humility, to put on a pious, long face and parade around solemnly in black? Do you call that fasting? A fast day that I, God, would like. This is the fast. This is the kind of fast day I'm after. To break the chains of injustice, to get rid of exploitation in the workplace, to free the oppressed, to cancel debts. What I'm interested in seeing you do is sharing your food with the hungry, inviting the homeless poor into your home, putting clothes on the shivering ill-clad, being available to your own families. Do this, and the light will turn on, and your lives will turn around at once. Your righteousness will pave your way. The God of glory will secure your passage. Then when you pray, God will answer. You'll call out for help, and I'll say, here I am. If you get rid of unfair practices, quit blaming victims, quit gossiping about other people's sins, if you are generous with the hungry and start giving yourselves to the down and out, your lives will begin to glow in the darkness. Your shadowed lives will be bathed in sunlight. I will always show you where to go. I will give you a full life in the emptiest of places. Firm muscles, strong bones. You'll be a well-watered garden, a gurgling spring that never runs dry. You'll use the old rubble of past lives to build anew, rebuild the foundations from out of your past. You'll be known as those who can fix anything, restore old ruins, rebuild and renovate, make the community livable again. If you watch your step on the Sabbath and don't use my holy days for personal advantage, if you treat the Sabbath as a day of joy, God's holy day as a celebration, if you honor it by refusing business as usual, making money, running here and there, then you'll be free to enjoy God. Oh, I'll make you ride high and soar above it all. I'll make you fast on the inheritance of your ancestors Jacob, our feast. I'll make you feast on the inheritance of your ancestor Jacob. Yes, God says so. Man, there's a lot packed in that particular chapter. But here's the message I need to get to you. Is as I was fasting, I believe the Spirit spoke to me, and God said, that is not what I'm asking you to do. I don't want you to skip a meal while you go to work. I don't want you to go from sun up to sundown while it's business as usual and you're just going about your regular life. He says, but I'm calling for a consecrated fast, a fast to change the whole dynamic of the church, a fast to change my people. He wants us to come together and to set aside a specific time, with as a group, or if you're doing it individually. Don't just fast TV or Coca-Cola, but when you get home, skip a meal, and don't just, you could push the meal back, but take the time you regularly eat, go in, shut the door in your prayer closet, and go before the Lord. and chase after him. He says that what he's calling for is consecrated fast. Not that, he said, like the days of us skipping meals, sun up, sundown, that kind of stuff. He said that kind of baby fast is over. That kind of religious fasting, he says, he's requiring more of us. And so it's different. It's the time that we allot to set aside to fast the world around us has to be spent in the inside with him. Does it make sense? So Tuesdays and Thursdays is fine. But if you can't set aside a specific time to be with the Lord, to whether it's an hour or 2 hours, then don't do the thing of, hey, I'm gonna, fast sugar, and don't do that. I'm gonna fast TV. That is not what he's calling for. So that's the information I need to give you. I'm on all of 5 minutes, a little over 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes. We're going to start teaching on fasting and what it means, because this year is pivotal in terms of our empowerment to do what God's called us to do. And that 58th chapter of Isaiah is key. All in there is the call of our church and what we're supposed to be doing when we're together worshiping, and what God is promising to do. In there, whether you believe it or not, is a covenantal promise and agreement from God that if we meet him, if we seek after him, then the change that will happen on the inside of us as a result of our old man dying will spring forth like a fountain of life in us, our families, our relationships, and the community around us. It's time for the husbandman to come in and cut away the dead branches of our life. If you've got dead branches and dead things in your life, part of it's our fault. He's moving in the earth based upon us, right? He's restricted himself to move based upon our prayers, to move based upon our movement. So anyway, we kind of have to break that down and get into it a little bit more, but scratch the baby fast right now. If it means that you spend time in the morning in the presence and consecrated with God, then spend an hour, spend a half an hour. But spend that time and push away the world. Get the world away from you and go to a place where heaven can touch the earth. Okay? God bless you. This year, man, it's all about us living our best life in the name of Jesus. All right? Okay, talk to you guys later.